Eyewitness News starts now.
Now at 6 and breaking overnight, a man found dead inside of a vehicle parked outside a Southeast Houston grocery store. We'll tell you what we know so far about the investigation.
Plus, homes evacuated after a ground collapsed right in the middle of a community in the Memorial area. We're asking firefighters about the safety concerns now.
I know you don't want to hear this, but keep those umbrellas close. We're monitoring the chance for more rain today, which could impact your Sunday morning commute. A good Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Brandon Hamilton.
And I'm Liliana Pearson. I'm in for Charlie Etzedy. And we're going to have those top stories for you in just a moment. But first, we're going to check in with meteorologist Kevin Roth, who has a first look at our weather. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Liliana. It is a different day, same story. And that story is widespread rain, even some thunderstorms ongoing as you look across southeast Texas. We do have another day with another flood advisory as well. And similar to what we saw yesterday, your greatest chance of seeing these flood advisories and just the overall higher risk area is going to be closer to the coast, right? That ground is saturated area wide, but this is where we've seen the greater thunderstorm activity. So we have a flood advisory. This includes Edna, Palacios, Matagorda, El Campo, Bay City, Wharton, Angleton, and Lake Jackson, all included. If you get under one of these thunderstorms that you're seeing this line lifting up right west of Bay City here, that's where you could very quickly run into some issues on the roadways, some ponding on the roadways, potentially some high water. We've not seen any flood warnings yet, and at this point I don't necessarily expect any, but it's something that I'll be watching for as we move through the day. A little farther north, that rain not quite as heavy, but into Katy, and especially on the west side of town there around Katy, we did get a little thunderstorm and then some steadier light to moderate rain building in through the Houston area. The bottom line is it's another active day. It's another day with elevated rain chances, 70%, gradually tapering off through the afternoon and evening to around 20 to 30%. Now, if you are sick of this pattern, and I know a lot of us are, I've got some good news for you. Those rain chances really starting to drop here as you head into Monday, just 30%, Tuesday 20%. We're fully dry by the middle of the week. We'll talk about this pattern shift, what it means for temperatures, and we're going to dive deep in the tropics as well with a potential system budding. Those details just a few minutes away. Guys.
It is 6:02 and we have breaking news to start this morning. Part of the East Freeway is closed because of a deadly crash. It's blocking the outbound lanes between Waco and Lockwood. It appears the crash involved someone walking, a pedestrian. It happened around 4 a.m. You can expect the closure to last a few more hours. Also breaking overnight, a homicide investigation is unfolding outside of a Southeast Houston grocery store.
Police say they found a man shot and killed inside an SUV. Officers tell us that he was in the passenger side of the vehicle in a parking lot on Edgebrook near the Gulf Freeway. This is at a business strip containing a Fiesta and Family Dollar store. Police believe the shooting happened somewhere else. They did take a man into custody.
And there was also a male that was at the scene. Officers detained that male, and at this point he is a person of interest.
And officials say the man isn't facing charges as of yet. They're still trying to figure out exactly what happened.
And more breaking news from overnight. Deputies say a toddler found an opening in a fence and apparently drowned in a neighbor's pool. This all happening in Northwest Harris County. The sheriff says relatives had gathered on Bracken Fern near Misty Cove. The child, who was almost 2 years old, was found unresponsive in the neighbor's pool. The boy died at the hospital. Happening right now, firefighters call it a catastrophic collapse, and it's because people had to leave their homes.
Yeah, we're being told that an underground cistern designed to collect flood water gave way yesterday on Sutherland Terrace Place. That's near Memorial and Gessner in the Memorial area. And our very own ABC 13 Rosie Wen is there live. Rosie, was anyone hurt in this?
Luckily, no injuries were reported. The photos shared by the Houston Fire Department on social media are just astonishing, showing a massive ground collapse that really could have hurt somebody if they were standing right there. Just take a look at some of these images. Crews responded around 8:30 yesterday morning to the Memorial Green homes. Neighbors tell ABC 13 that they felt their homes shake when the collapse happened. Captain Bo Moreno explained that a cistern, which is a large tank that held floodwater had what he calls a catastrophic failure. This is due to the amount of rain we've been seeing in Houston and its surrounding areas. As a precautionary measure, officials decided to evacuate 8 homes nearby just until they could get the area completely secured. We asked the captain if this is considered a sinkhole.
No, it's not a sinkhole. This is definitely a man-made structure that's under the ground, designed to hold floodwater in this area. So it's a pretty large structure. HFD was able to fly a drone through the structure and help and assist the engineers that are on scene right now to figure out the next plan of action.
Now, since the collapse happened on private property, Houston Public Works tells us that it will be the community that is responsible for the damage and making repairs. We did reach out to the community contact for Memorial Green Homes, but we are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live from the Memorial area, Rosie Nguyen, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Rosie, thank you. Deer Park High School is cleaning up a mess left behind by vandals who broke in just a few weeks before school started. According to court documents, 3 men wearing masks broke into the South Campus last week. Officials estimate there's between $30,000 and $50,000 in damage to computers, classrooms, and the gym. A staff member recognized one of the suspects from surveillance video that eventually led to the arrest of Benjamin Gesso, Christian Tyson, and Sebastian Garcia Gillian. They are charged with criminal mischief.
Now for a 13 alert traffic update, the northbound Gulf Freeway feeder road is closed from Broad Street to Griggs. So take a look at your screen. Here's a live look from our Houston TransStar cameras. The closure is because of ongoing work to rebuild a bridge. Now you can get around it by taking the main lanes. It should reopen by tomorrow morning's rush hour. Also, a reminder this morning, the Metro Rail Red Line between the Medical Center and NRG is down for the weekend. Instead, there will be 2-way shuttle buses every 10 minutes. Metro is performing improvements to the railway. It should be back to normal by tomorrow morning.
And it is another active day across southeast Texas. You look at 13 alert radar, widespread rain building into Houston, spreading throughout Harris County and gradually lifting up towards Montgomery County as well. We'll talk about the heavier rain along the coast, the lighter, steadier rain building inland, and how long this pattern sticks around coming up.
Thanks, Kevin. And coming up after the break, an update on a controversial firefighter pay deal. What the city is preparing to spend on workers who worked for years without a contract.